Yo, hippie soul in the building, man. What's good, yo? I've been like, yo, so like I've been reading some book, you understand? And I've been going through some, they call it rules of the game, you understand? As in like rules of life. So remember, like, this is a person who wrote these things, you know? So he's saying like, there's the golden rule, the silver rule, the iron, the brazen, there's a couple of them, man. But some of them, like most of them, so like for example, let me just make an example with just two of them. Okay. So like the golden rule says like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You understand? So that's the golden rule. And the silver rule says, do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. You hear that? Do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. So that's the silver rule. And then there's the iron rule. You understand? So like, but there's like 7 of them. I don't know where you can find them, but I'm reading this book. I'm not sure if I can say the name of the book because of copyright issues, but like, yo, whatever, I don't need it. So this book is called Billions and Billions. You understand? It's not about money. It's about like the world and everything. You understand? But mostly about the world and how like we have to change how we are living. You understand? So that we can influence the external environment, our external environment, like including our bodies, because our bodies are external. We should like influence those through our thoughts and actions in a way that leads them to grow. Do you understand? So for example, you see with global warming, there's like a chapter on global warming. You understand? And like there's not so much detail to it as to what is global warming, but you're gonna understand how we are contributing towards it. You understand? Because you can say like global warming, like we contribute, we are the one that's causing global warming, but you must understand that it's also natural. You understand? And it might be happening in the right time. You understand? So that, or maybe it's due to transitions of our star, because we don't know where our star is moving, and we know that this thing, we are traveling at the speed of light, because everything that we are looking at is in the now. You understand? Meaning that like it's still traveling, it's still expanding, it's still shifting and transforming. You understand? So let's go back to the rules. So like these rules now, let me read for you the last one, the 7th one. Oh, let me read also they call it the iron rule. You understand? It says, do unto others like, so it's like, do unto others as you like before they do it unto you. You understand? Do unto others as you like before they do it unto you. I think I like this one. You understand? Do unto others as you like before they do it unto you. Simple. So the other one, I'm trying to check the last one, which is like, it's about nepotism. like everyone understands nepotism, and there's a biological term for it, you understand? They call it kin selection, as in kind, kin as in kind, kin selection, So they call it the nepotism rule, and biologists call it kin selection. There's what they call this other selection, natural selection, and there's kin selection. There's natural selection, there's also kin selection, which comes from the nepotism rule, and it says, give precedence in all things to close relatives and do as you like to others. This one, I don't think I trust it, because family can be family can they can be something else, you understand? So you never know. So this is the eighth rule. I'm adding the eighth rule, you understand? The eighth rule. And the eighth rule is that because all of these rules, they include you doing something to somebody, or you letting somebody do something to you, as in you influencing someone or letting them influence you, you understand? And some of them include a perspective that I would say it do influence others as much as they influence you, you understand? So if you don't get any influence from nobody, you don't have to influence other people in that way, you understand? Or step out of you have to understand that before you can even influence somebody, you have to have a clear conscience, you understand? You must have a clear conscience, so that you can see the way that they are, the influences that they already carry, you understand? And once they start throwing one at you, you must know that, okay, because that's how we basically connect, you understand? That's what keeps the connection, because of these influences that we shuffle through, you understand? And say, okay, this is how I'm influencing this person, and this is how I'm influencing my family, because how you influence people is how you make them look at you. Subconsciously, through your subconscious mind, you can program it, from growing up. You can program it that when you see people like this, you act this way. People like that, you become this way. And some people, I don't care if you say this is naturally who I am. It might be so subtle to you that you might not even know that this is what you're doing, you understand? So you have to think about it before you can even maybe comment there and say, nah, you feel me? But as you raise your consciousness, you can reach to that level where you can see and feel the clarity expand, you understand? So when you reach that point, then you're gonna understand why I'm putting this eighth rule right here. And it says, this is mine. This book only has 7 of them, so I'm thinking this is not fair, man. All of them, I don't agree with them, you understand? I don't feel them. So this is my 8th one. And it has nothing to do with influences, you understand? It's simply, do you understand? Do you, or do thyself. Simple. Do you, do thyself. Know thyself. Fair. Simple. Do you, do thyself. Let me even phrase it the way that I want it to vibrate, you understand? I'm gonna phrase it the way that I want it to vibrate. It's